Hello guys, welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles. Today we're going to be starting a new series, which includes a new set of mods that I've picked out. I'll quickly show you some of the ones I've got off Steam here. We will be using things like the cannon mod even, plant trees, catapults, shoot on ships, and even things like the day and night cycle, which I personally think is a beautiful mod. But guys are gonna have to tell me down in the comment sections whether you like this or not, because I don't know, for some people I know they don't like having a day and night cycle in game, so make sure you let me know in the comment section your opinion on this. Right, we're going to be starting a new series today, and of course, as per usual, we're going to be starting on full, which is the hardest difficulty. So I managed to find this really nice banner off the Steam Workshop that we're going to be using, which is this beautiful one down here, and until we can get a better suggestion from the comment section, our kingdom is going to be called Marantil. So I found this lovely map here, where we've got our 3 AI kingdoms. We're going to have Halsbeck over here, which is going to be the medium difficulty AI, but they have got the largest land and probably the best land out of all because they've got plenty of very fertile area. Then we've got Gwon, which is over here, which is the highest skilled here, which is going to be getting this absolutely beautiful island over here. And then we've got the UNR, which are going to be across to our south here, which have this very densely forest island, so they're going to have a plenty of wood early game. And we've got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boot-shaped island. I wonder what that reminds me of, if not Italy. But, so, as it says here, we've got to survive for 250 years. We will run out of resources, Vikings will be relentless, and dragons will be devastating. If we can survive 250 years in this punishing mode, then you unlock a new statue. But of course, we do have the Parks DLC installed, so we're going to have plenty of beautiful gardens all off our kingdom. We have a good chunk of stone and iron up there, which will form the basis of our industry most likely, but we also do have this early starting stone here. So I am thinking, just based on where you would naturally have a keep, this seems like the most likely area that I would be building my kingdom in real life, because you've got the fertile plains down here as well as the stone that we can quarry away early game without having to transport it over long distances. So I'm thinking we're going to be building our keep rather nearby this game to our stone supply. Something up here could be quite nice. It's very central to the land, but because of our long island shape we are very vulnerable to Viking attacks, so we need to get preparing. The other AI are going to be extremely good, just based off the fact that they are a lot higher difficulty than I know my rusty skills are, because I have not played a lot of this game in a long time, and so I'm slightly rusty if I'm to be honest. I don't think there's any wolves over here, luckily. There are some up here, so I'm going to make sure I chop down a couple of outlying trees and leave one tree left, so when we do come to place our forester, we will have enough space. I'm going to lop down all these trees because we're going to need space for farms immediately, otherwise our people will starve. And we also need to get some hovels built so we can have some housing for our people, because at the moment all we have are these paths. Why have they gone all the way over to these trees when I perfectly told them to get these easy trees right here? Who knows how the AI works in some games. Right, we're going to hit it up to 3 times speed and let's see what they get doing. We got 22 wood now, which means we can get a couple hovels built. I'm going to build it on the less fertile land so that we are safer for our farming, because we need to make sure we have enough land for farms. Because what happened last series is our entire kingdom just started to starve. But one thing we do have a good supply of is fish on our island. We've got plenty of fish because of our long coastline and shallow waters. It's perfect territory for fish to be growing in, so we're going to get plenty of fish, which means fishing is going to be a good source of food. And for that we're going to need 5 gold, 20 stone and 40 wood. So I will initially start off with some orchards, I reckon, because our food is already starting to drop extremely low. We're down to 26 and we have no wood, so I'm going to cancel the construction of 2 houses so that we can't afford an orchard. I'm going to have to cancel the construction of 3 houses because we need that orchard. It's our highest priority. By the way, I have got a brand new microphone, so I hope the quality of the video is a lot better than before, because I know a lot of you complained about the fact you could hear my keyboard a lot in the background, and I do apologise for that. But hopefully this will be better. We're starting on the orchard, orchard, yeah, it is an orchard. And let's have a look. We need castle jobs are probably a fairly high priority. I'm not sure what the castle job actually does, but I think we do need a lot of timber as well. But actually, no, we need to get people building. Our peasants are extremely confused. They got hired, fired, and then hired again, and they have no clue. But that orchard is ready to go, but it's already winter. So we're not going to be getting any food for a long time until spring comes around. And speaking of spring, it's year 3 and spring has come around. And our village is starting to fill up a lot more. We've got 10 people in our village now. We've got capacity for a couple more. We've got 2 more beds of it. Oh, no, we've got 5 more beds available. And with that, we'll have 10 more beds available. How much do we need for a forester? Well, a quarry is only 15 wood, which could be a good source for our towers early game, but we need 5 stone for a forester, so it actually may be quite vital for us to get a quarry down early on. We do seem to have a reasonable supply of wood, so that is also amazing. Castle jobs is going to be going up there. So far we've got 8 unfulfilled jobs, 6 unfulfilled jobs, and our orchards are extremely important. Luckily, it only requires 3 workers for an orchard, so we will be getting 22 food. And so far, we have 12 people, so that means everyone will be getting 1 apple from our orchard, at least. I'll get another orchard built, just to be on the safe side, because I don't want what happened last time to happen again. And I'll get a path built up to the quarry. We should have enough people, really, to be able to do this all, but I'm not too sure. How much wood do we have? We've got 36, and until more people join, that should be enough to sustain us. Is this quarry nearly built? Not yet. We will need to get a granary as well to be able to store all of our food, and that requires stone as well, so we need these people to get quarrying fast. I don't want us to be starving, which we kind of are. The health is kind of dropping as we have a high chance of a plague and not very high life expectancy. We also, in this update, do have the large charcoal, the large iron mine, and also the large quarry. In order to get that, we'd have to clear out these rocks, and we do not have that ability right now. Slightly annoying. But we should be getting a harvest of our orchards very soon, and we do get an extra 4 apples just because the ground here is fertile instead of being barren, I believe. I'm not sure if you can actually build an orchard on barren land. And no, you cannot, can you? I don't believe so. You learn something new every time. We've got 4 idle people in our village, which isn't brilliant. So we've got to get them started on a forester as soon as we build a road. And our nearest source of trees is going to be over here. So it may seem random, but I'm going to place a bit of road there. And is that a stock? Did I grab a stock? I want a forester, which we're going to build 1 there. And then I'm going to place a bit of road over here. And that's kind of close to those wolves, so I'm going to move that back. And we're going to place another forester, probably here. They will overlap a bit, but it does mean they will have enough like coverage to be able to plant more trees. However, we need to wait for this forester to get up and running, and then to actually build some trees, or grow some trees even. I'm not sure what the correct terminology is there. But we should get that road built nice and quick. And we are going to start needing new houses. So I'm going to shove 2 more hovels along here. And we do want to get that connected with a road at some point. By the looks of the top right corner of the screen, we've got a dragon attack in a couple, or 1 year to be precise. My lord, 5 people visited, but none could find a home. Indeed, that's why we're building more, my friend. And where is this dragon? If it comes towards me, I am going to be extremely upset. But I think we may be okay. If it please could just hit their keep. But I don't think... Oh, it is. So we know, obviously, they've got something over here of importance if it's stopped. But it does seem to be flying directly towards our base. And it's going to burn our only farms to the ground, knowing our luck. But however, if we did manage to kill it, we would get a lot of meat out of it, which would be very useful. Do we get any happiness? Peasants are in good health. Oh hey! That is something to be very happy about. I'm going to shut this down for a second. And I'm going to pause time, because I am just like that. Actually no, we need to keep it going. Because we do not have enough wood to build another forester. We are starting to collect enough stone, but we will need a stockpile for that to be able to store our quarried stone, which we could actually get down now if we wanted. And I will pre-plan that. I'm going to reopen this because we do need the wood immediately. And people are worried about a future dragon attack. Well, no wonder. It's in 11 years' time, so they don't have anything to worry about. We'll get shopping, and they've got 6 wood stored up. We need 15, I believe. Oh no, it's only 10 for a forester. People are going to start storing it over here. And we're now a small village. Look at our beautiful, beautiful small village. It is a small village, to be fair, in every sense. We've got like 6 houses. And we've got 3 idle people. Oh, what is this? Idle people. It's not good. So let's whiz over here. Let's order them to chop down these trees. I'll leave one tree not to be chopped. Because it means all the people unemployed will start getting a move on. They are quite important to get. Can they not chop that? Not chop that. Nope, never mind. I need to get off this. Well, never mind. We just lost the trees that we needed to place another forester. That is a shame. I wish, like, foresters and things would place trees quicker. But unfortunately do not. Because look at them now. They're just waiting for trees to be regrown. And speaking of that, they have been. Let's get a forester out and another one built. We probably actually could build this forester a bit further out if we wanted to. It'd spread the range out a bit so they don't keep chopping down the same trees. And then we can reopen this. Because it is kind of important that we have a good supply of wood. Our food situation seems to be okay. But I think the people will want a tavern soon. And we do need to get a charcoal maker. But we need to sort out our wood supply first. Our stockpile is filling up nicely at the moment. Which is a good sign. And we can do... And actually no, I think we're okay with foresters at the moment. Should be okay. We've got a reasonable amount of wood coming in. And we've got 3 idle people. I believe I'm going to get some more houses in. We have enough stone for some cottages. So I'm going to get 2 cottages built on the side here. Put them sideways. I don't know why I do that. I always put them sideways. It just always seems to happen. I'm going to leave that open. I'm not sure if I want to extend the housing out or just cut the road off here and then build another block, cut the road off here. Because we probably have a wall going along here. Which does make sense if we want to defend our people. And we have now 4 new residents, which is very nice. We've got 6 jobs available. And I think those jobs are going to be going to making charcoal, which we'll put up here. Slightly away from our farms. I don't want anything burning our fields down, because that'd be extremely disappointing. And we do need to get produce storage, because this is important for orchards. Here we have enough space to put a 3x3 field in. So when we want to, we can get... Needs a full staff to... Oh, that's very interesting. I never realised that. If you don't have enough people, they will not replant any trees. And why do we not have enough people? Oh, they're probably doing builders' jobs, that's why. Speaking of the devil, our field immediately burns on fire, which is not great. And somehow... Oh, it's because they haven't built it yet. A non-existent field is on fire. These are 100% going to get destroyed in the future. I don't understand how a field can be damaged and how it can need to be built back can't buy a stonemason or whatever the repairing man is in this game. We need to build a well though. That is an important thing. However, we do have the sea right here, so it doesn't take them much distance to put a fire out. We should start getting a supply of charcoal once we get some staff. But I do believe food is one of the most important resources in this game, so I'm going to get a granary just put off to the side. Maybe I could put the granary... there's not really a great space to put this, so I'm just going to plop it back here. How many beds do we have? We should have about 17 beds spare, which is very, very nice, because these cottages have a lot of room. However, they want water and they want charcoal, so we're going to have to build another well over here, and a perfect spot there. Could have put a tavern there actually, maybe that would have been better. I learnt something new the other day, is that if you middle click on a building, you can like immediately get it without having to toggle through all the menus. So that means we can get another 2 houses built. I think this is the layout I'm going to go for most of our town, because we don't really have the length to really push out wide, so we'll probably be going for this style early game with probably a wall going along here. We may be able to push it out one, because when we get the manor houses they'll probably go here, and then we'll have a path and then push these 2 out to there. How much food? We got plenty of food for the moment. Our wood supply is starting to dwindle a bit, to be fair. It's probably because, well no, we're not really using it for charcoal, because nobody working the charcoal here. Oh, there's one person. Needs full staff. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Of course you need full staff. I'm going to get another quarry built over here, and I want to get a path to that. You don't actually need paths, but they do help with movement speed, so we'll get that done. I think we're going to put another point in there, and we'll get another charcoal maker put in. And I want to expand our forestry, so I'm going to extend this road out. Pause the game while that tree still exists, and how many we went 4 out that time, so we'll go 4 out again. We are spreading our kingdom thin, yes. We're not going to have anything to guard it when Vikings come. Speaking of the devil, Vikings have come. But we'll have to do our best, I guess. There's nothing else we can do, because we do not have the resources except from a bit of stone to be able to build much. We could get a treasure haul soon, which would be a nice to have. I may squeeze that in along here. It's part of our keep. This is going to be like our main central area where we have most of our town, and as we spread out towards the sides, this is going to be where most of our... Well, actually no, probably most of our city will be up here, because this is an unfertile land, it's barren. Do we have any Vikings coming for us? I don't believe so. Because if they have, well, they've failed and they've got stuck somewhere. Is this fully staffed? Yes, it is. Can you grow trees on barren land? Yes, you can. That is very useful. Very good knowledge to have. And we have got a good amount of food. That is a very nice thing to have. So basically, if you're wondering, in the Parks DLC, you basically unlock a hell of a lot of plants. Like, we get banners, we get braziers, pine trees, bushes, stone spikes, small trees, stone tile, row of trees, reflecting pool, spike row, shrub row, pond, tree of glory, and goblet of flowers. And we also get a lot more statues as well. I don't know if you just saw there, but yeah, there's a hell of a lot more statues. I don't know if they have any benefits like they used to, but they do look beautiful. Are these Vikings coming for us? No, I don't think so. So I think we should be safe for the moment. Yeah, you guys have to let me know in the comments what you think about this day and night cycle mod, because I personally think it is rather beautiful. But it can also be very annoying for some people, and I totally understand. If you do not like it, I perfectly understand, and I will take it off. But speaking of tavern, it seems our peasants want a large tavern now, do they? They demand that. They demand a large tavern. Well, they would get a tavern, says the king, as well as a load more roads. We're going to start expanding our agricultural district because we've got some very fertile land, like odd spots over here. So I want to get that exploited very soon once we get more people filtering into our village. We currently have 0 idle people, which is rather nice. But we do need some defense. So I'm thinking if we maybe put like a wooden wall up here. I'm not sure where the area is of these people's finish, so I'm thinking we'll just go for a straight wooden wall here and just kind of block it in, because I don't want these wolves attacking our people. Admittedly, it will hurt the area because these people won't be able to access the trees that grow on the other side, so I'm going to kind of build it diagonally here. But it's too close to a wolf den, it seems, so we're just gonna do what we can. And by do what we can, I mean just not build it close to the wolf den. It's obviously worried that villagers are just gonna run into the wolves, and yes, they most likely probably would, knowing what they're like. I'm gonna demolish this quickly so we can actually build a stone tower over here. And I'm going to shove an archer tower on top. But we do need some tax. So sorry peasants, but we need money, and we need money to pay for your lives. Your lives cost money, so you'll pay money for your lives. We'll build a bit more of the wall over here. I'm actually thinking, just for neatness sake, that I'm just going to build it straight down there. I'm not sure if we're going to need any stairs for this wall. Probably not. But one thing I have learned is not to build gates or not to fully enclose your village in, because otherwise they will start bringing trolls. And I hate trolls because they just absolutely blow up your base. We've got more people finding satisfactory homes. Well, I should hope so, because if they're not, I'll just go live somewhere else. We have literally 0 coal, because for some reason nobody wants to work these jobs. I'm assuming the marketeer comes from the tavern, and we need granary workers are probably quite important, and so are tax collectors. I consider tax collectors to be one of the most important jobs in the village. Have we built a well? Does the well cover this area? Where is the well? Instead of doing this, we could just click it like this, and it does not cover that area. That's slightly annoying, so I'm just going to build it back here, because we'll have the wall come along here, so it won't get in the way. And there you go, a lovely stone tower is built, and we should have enough tax actually to afford an archer tower. This is only going to be a temporary placement. We're just going to close it down for most of the year until we actually have need of it, and then we're going to reopen it, because that's going to cost us a lot of money to keep that running, because it'll come out of our tax revenue, and at the moment we do not have the highest tax revenue in the world to be able to afford that. As our village grows, I think we're going to want to get some bakeries, actually. But windmills are probably more important to start with. They are more space efficient. Or swine herds could be useful. They need wheat. But these can also, they don't need to be built on like fertile land. So I may shove a swine herd back here. And another one over the other side here, and then we get the wheat farms built. They're just called farms, and I'm just gonna slap a bunch of them down because it doesn't matter at the moment. We'd have an entirely agricultural based industry, and then we're gonna sell all of this to a trader, which does remind me, we need to get a port at some point, or a dock as it's called, which will require 25 gold. These swine herds are going to be important for food, so I'm going to increase the pig industry. We do have some archers. I think they should have cleared out this den by now. How much do they cost? Our soldiers, as they classify them, cost us 6 gold. So I'm just going to get rid of them. When they're hard for a long period of time, they do provide experience. But it's no point having them to stop a dragon because they do nothing, and plus the range won't cover the dragon because it just seems to have escaped the range perfectly. And all that's happened is we lost a farm, a singular farm. So it's not actually that bad. That's the benefit of having a well nearby, I suppose. Right, we got Vikings invading. This time we probably do need the archer tower. And it's not fully staffed, which is not good. And I consider archers to be slightly less important than the orchardists, but still rather important. If you didn't know, produce storage serves for orchards, and granaries store food from farms, so there is a difference. And seeing that gravestone, that reminds me we need to get a graveyard, or whatever it's called, a cemetery, I believe it's referred to, cemetery caretaker. And I'm thinking, what a place than here. And they just stole all of our gold. Thank goodness I placed that down. Are they just going to keep blowing up our house? Yes. Our troops' valiant efforts, indeed. They were very valiant. They did nothing. These ones didn't. They just stole all my money. I couldn't afford to pay them. We have a diplomat en route from a kingdom, and I believe this is a very high difficulty kingdom. So that makes sense. And we really need a port. That is extremely important. Haha. So, let's see. How's our health doing? Because we've got pork now, it should start increasing our health. Although we don't have much pork, it's still pork. I believe that the port should go near the pork, so we can have the pork port. Or dock even. So that's 25 gold we need. And hopefully this diplomat will have some money. King Sirakov of who? Nobody knows. We're from a nearby kingdom to stay out of the way, and we can remain in peace. Agreed, let's keep the peace. That concludes our message. Thank your highness for your time. Farewell, good sire. Just in time to see the Vikings are back. And once again, the Vikings are dead. These people have been kidnapped, but they were freed again. We have no charcoal being produced, but I believe that is a problem for the next episode. I really hope you did enjoy our episode today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And I look forward to you to joining me in the next one. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you later, guys. Goodbye.